We're also following the latest tonight on that devastating Millcreek apartment fire that's left dozens of people homeless. Millcreek says the brush fire started on a plot of land owned by Salt Lake City.
This has been a big story to watch. Today we learned Millcreek City sent a courtesy notice to Salt Lake City for concerns over overgrown weeds on that land. The lot is owned by Salt Lake City Public Utilities. There's a drinking water well on site. Millcreek says it sent the notice just 3 days before the fire, which, remember, was sparked by a lawnmower operated by a Salt Lake City employee, which burned the Willow Glen apartments. And tonight, the city of Millcreek is joining the public efforts to help those families impacted by what happened.
The city council approved funding from the budget to go into a donation fund, with checks being cut tomorrow. Jordan Tracy's live in Millcreek with more on the help being made available. Hi, Jordan.
Hey, Brian and Sarah, we first told you yesterday about this overwhelming outpouring of support from the community, so much so they couldn't accept any more physical donations of household goods or clothes. And now the city is cutting a check to add to those monetary donations that have been pouring in as well.
I can only imagine what it would be like to lose everything that you have.
Millcreek City Council unanimously approving a resolution to add $11,000 from the city budget to the $41,000 already raised by the community.
It's not a lot of money, but it's something, and I'm gratified that the public has chosen to make donations that really augment that amount so we can give a substantial, significant amount of money to these folks to get restarted.
The city money comes out of savings that the communications department reported, which will cover the cost of the $11,000. All of the money for fire victims that will be placed in a separate account for the Promise Department to clearly earmark the funds for the victims, all to go along with the packed 6th floor of donations.
Phenomenal. Just phenomenal, really heartwarming. You can seat like 300 people, and it's full of stuff, of clothing that's been donated, cleaning products, hygiene products, all kinds of things that people might need. That's powerful, that's incredible, and it's really heartwarming, as I mentioned, just to see that and see how people want to help folks like this.
Now, like Sarah and Brian said, that $52,000 is going to be split between 22 of the impacted households, roughly $2,300 per check, and those checks will start going out tomorrow. Now, we mentioned 22, but there's 23 households impact. We learned tonight that actually one of those households turned down the funds and asked that their cut actually be spread across the 22 others to help out. Now, as more donations come in, the city plans to cut more checks, and they're still collecting monetary donations on their website. So again, the outpouring of support now being added on by the city tonight. Reporting live in Millcreek, Jordan Tracy, ABC4 News.